All praise Yeshua. I'm speaking in tongues. Don't worry. Those who are prophets know. Those who are priests know. Those who are evangelists know that speaking in tongues is real. But these things are happening. Praise to Jesus Christ. Don't even worry about this, because with the Illuminati and the elites do is they take what God did and make it theirs. That's something they do. Kanye started telling the truth, and they made him take pills. I'm not gonna take no pills. You're not gonna see me touch no pill. I'm not gonna take no pills. You're not gonna see me touch no pill. I'm gonna take no pills. You're not gonna see me touch no pill.
It is official. Ryan Garcia is tripping. Ryan Garcia, ahead of his upcoming April 20th fight, New York City at the Barclays Center versus Devin Haney. He has resorted to calling Devin the Dream Haney the devil. Now, I put together that clip at the beginning, and Ryan Garcia has been acting insanely weird for this buildup. Now he's calling Devin Haney the devil. But for what reason? Devin Haney is a devout Muslim who practices Islamic faith. He's training for the fight. And the other thing about Ryan Garcia doing this that I find very disturbing is a lot of the shenanigans, we'll say, that we've seen from Ryan Garcia have nothing to do with boxing. Like, whatever you practice, your religious beliefs, your faith, your sexual preferences, all of these things have nothing to do with boxing in that square circle. So I'm all for trash talking within reason. Some of my favorite fighters of all time have been showmen, great showmen. Guys like Muhammad Ali, I'm too fast. Mike Tyson, he has some crazy interviews and, bizarre moments himself. Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Prince Nassim Hamed, and you would know these things if you subscribe to my channel. Hello, my name is Ego. I've been covering boxing over 10 years now, and it's a beautiful sport. For more daily boxing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Back to Ryan Garcia. I don't know. It's just what he's doing is off-putting. And as a lifelong boxing fan and somebody who's in this sport, I really feel like what he's doing has no place in the sport. There's no reason for him to be going at somebody's faith or religion, or even playing around calling Devin Haney Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness, Satan. For what? Like, what did Devin Haney do for that? And for me, what I find to be weird is that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney have known each other for many, many years. And there's even old videos of them like facing off, like Devin's walking up to the camera, Ryan's walking up, and they do a face off. They fought 6 times in the amateurs and split it 3 apiece, with each fighter winning 3. So their families know each other. They've known each other from the amateurs. And from what we all understand, it's always been at least cordial and professional. All of a sudden, Ryan Garcia loses to Gervonta Davis and fights Oscar Duarte, who's really not a 140-pounder, gets the knockout. Pretty good performance by Ryan, minus the Philly shell stuff. The shoulder roll was really weird, but he got the knockout. Called out Rolly. He could have easily went after that. Rolly fight fell apart. First, he said he was going to fight Devin. Then he said he was switching gears because it was taking too long or whatever. So he went to Rolly and then said he was going to fight Rolly. Then Rolly announced he was fighting Pitbull Cruz. Amazon Prime's first show, and that's going to be with PBC. So Ryan was kind of stuck without options. So this whole, I told you from the beginning, this fight has been weird because it's like on, off, on, off, on, off. Even when the fight got announced, it got announced kind of towards the Super Bowl, and they had like this, it looked like a staged kind of like altercation, if you will, at Radio Row. Ryan walks up with the leather coat, starts yelling, and Devin Haney says his piece, Ryan says his piece, and the two are just at each other. And then Ryan like chokes him a little bit and pushes him off, and then they get kind of separated. Then weeks later, it's like they wanted, it's like almost like they rushed it. Like the Super Bowl was here, a lot of media was in town, a lot of sports coverage in general. So they kind of just staged that, even though they weren't ready to officially announce with flyers and stuff like that. And, like a press tour. So it's like they had to develop that in the oncoming weeks. Then they did that. They did a 2-city press tour, New York, LA. The first one was cool. The New York one was cool. It was just cool, no real issues there. Second one got really weird. There was comments made about nappy hair, and Ryan showed up insanely late and on horseback. It was just a weird that, like, you could see, it's hard to explain, but you could tell by people's facial expression. It's very hard to deny your natural body language. Like, meaning, if you're really nervous and you go through a job interview and you're broke, you really want this job, you really truly need this job, and you're in this important job interview and you're nervous, there's little mannerism. Your hand might be shaking, you're biting your nails, you're fidgety, you're stuttering, stammering as you speak. These are all indications. And from a psychological perspective, it becomes very, very hard for a person, unless you're very trained in knowing yourself, to hide all the signs of poor body language, or if you made a girl uncomfortable or whatever. It's just hard. Like, you try to hug a girl and she goes like, you know what I mean? That body language is telling you, don't do that. Get away from her, give her some space. If you go to hug the girl and she's like, and she do the Mayweather shoulder roll, then that's not a good look. So I seen at that second press conference, the one in Los Angeles, we seen the body language of the people, like Oscar, Mario Lopez, who was like the host. He just looked nervous in the background because Ryan just says crazy things. And shockingly, as awkward and weird as that second press conference was, which doesn't even really make sense, because that should have been comfortable, because Ryan is from Victorville and they did it in LA. So that, that's the West Coast, pretty much his neck of the woods. Same thing with Devin Haney. Devin Haney's from the West Coast. They're doing the fight in the East Coast. Ryan complained about that. It's just been a lot. And as weird as that press conference was, the second one in LA, West Side, I just found it, I was like, okay, man, they're going to go in training camp. Everything will simmer down. We'll get some, good shoulder programming. But that's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is turned off from this fight because Ryan Garcia and his behavior. It's nothing to do with Devin Haney or Bill Haney. In fact, they haven't really been super visible. Ryan has appeared at times flaky. At times he's appeared like something's wrong with him, like he's mentally disturbed. He's talked about people wanting to cancel the fight and get me checked into some kind of insane asylum, or, they want me checked in to see if I'm sane, and, they think I'm crazy. And then he just continues to go on these rants. And now with this whole Devin Haney situation, he's calling Devin Haney the devil. Like I showed you guys at the beginning. We can run it back. He made this sign, and it was weird because this seemed like a lot of effort to put into it. It says, Devil Haney beware. Towing is enforced. So I don't know. It just seemed, I don't know. I guess maybe he just printed that on the paper. I don't know how he did it. I'm not, I don't know if it's Photoshop, he got with DreamWorks, Pixar or something and did that, or just put a piece of paper. But it actually looks like a street sign. Like it looks like there's no bubbles in it. It looks smooth. It looks like they actually printed a street sign. Again, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a Photoshop. I don't know if they just put a piece of paper with that printed on or what. But either way, this is what he's putting up there, and he's calling the man the devil. You're calling the Muslim guy the devil. It's just, this whole thing is, Ryan's behavior is very off-putting to me. And it's not, none of this stuff like talking about religion, Devin the devil Haney. Like, why is he the devil? What has he done that makes you say that? And how does this build up the fight? And then here's another thing. So he said Elon Musk is the Antichrist. It's like, where does Ryan get this audacity to be calling everybody names and like challenging everyone's beliefs and stuff like that? Nonetheless, this is not building the fight. This is, you have a lot of idiots who they want me to be wrong. I get it. I'm Boxingego. My record is like Floyd Mayweather. It's pretty much perfect. And they want what I'm saying to you to be full of lies and libel and falsehoods. But what I'm saying makes perfect sense if you analyze what is being told to you. And the reality is, I just don't think any of this behavior from Ryan Garcia is conducive. People, like, some people believe Ryan with all these allegations and claims and shock value things that he said that he hasn't proven. He said he has proof, but he hasn't proven it, right? And some people are believing him. Oh, he's telling the truth. I know it. But you're believing him. It sounds like confirmation bias, because you already believed in these ideologies and you think you know what's going on and this is going on. And then him being a celebrity saying, hey, they want to shut me up and acting paranoid is convincing you. But truth be told, a lot of what he said, I have proof that aliens exist and time travel. He hasn't really showed you any proof. If anything, he has his handler and he's reading stuff off of his phone. You got to do better. Like, you can't go to any college class and teach a course and say, hey, this is time travel, and then just start reading a bunch of stuff from your phone. You don't look that well versed with the information. So as far as I'm concerned, a lot of what Ryan Garcia is doing is not amping up the fight. Do you truly believe? Listen, let me know in the comment section. I just want pure honesty for the conspiracy theorist that may watch this Boxingego video because of the subject matter and what he's saying about Devin Haney and calling him a devil and these radical statements he's making, right? Do you believe this Joe Rogan / Alex Jones conspiracy theorist category of people who are all over TikTok, all over Twitter, saying, Ryan, you're doing the right thing. Keep going, expose the elites and all that? Are they going to buy a ticket to go to Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney? Or are they just gaslighting it and gassing him up and saying, yo, you're doing right. Keep going, keep it going, and this type of stuff? But at the end of the day, what does that do? And then on top of that, Ryan said he's going to expose people, but he's not really exposing them. So I'm very confused. Much more content to come. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know, but I don't really think that sits well with him calling Devin Haney the devil. I think that's totally out of pocket. And then meanwhile, you got Ryan Garcia, and he's the one speaking in tongues, but Devin Haney is the devil. But I showed you guys the clip. You guys can go to the beginning. He's the one flashing like Illuminati type logos on his hand, but you're calling a Muslim man, Devin Haney, the devil. Very bizarre behavior from Ryan Garcia. Let me know in the comment what you think. And for all the conspiracy theorists, I'm asking you, the ones that are supporting Ryan doing this and say, oh, he's doing the Lord's work or whatever you guys are saying, are you going to buy a ticket for this fight to support him, since you love what he's saying so much, right? And then if you're doing, if you feel you're doing something bigger than boxing, then what's the point of even the fight? If you have something to fight for that is so much greater than the fight in itself. And let me know what you guys think of Ryan officially calling Devin the Devil Haney. And where does that even come from?